Hey everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I have the curated bead box to open up with you guys for the month of October 2020. As you can see from the label, we already know what our theme is. It's called Time to Jive, and we're going to see some bright blues, yellows, and maybe some magenta tones, as well as some, it looks like, silver toned findings. Now this box is $20 shipped if you're in the US, but I do have a coupon code which does bring the price down of the first box to a really good deal. The coupon code is OOJ35%, and that will save you 35% off your first box if you'd like to try it out. I'll leave that and the link to this box right down below the video if you'd like to go there directly and find out a little bit more information and check it out for yourself. As you can see, we have our label on the top, which not only gives us a little picture of our contents, but we have a list of everything that's included so that you can take these SKU numbers and actually go to their sister site, which is dollarbead.com, if you wanted to purchase any more of these particular items. And a little bit more information here on the side, as well as letting you know that it does come with a finding starter kit, which is why I recommend this box to newer beaders in particular. If you know somebody who wants to get into some beading, it would make a great gift. Or if you are primarily into just bead stringing and working with pretty much just round beads without a lot of extra additional shapes. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and open up the box and take a good look at our contents. All right, guys, lots of vibrant colors and a number of strands and other items to look at. I'm going to get organized and we will look at everything up close one at a time. All right, so starting with our strands and from largest to smallest, like we usually do, here's the first one. This is a combination of this very pretty lilac and yellow combination. It's called Spot Marble Style Glass Beads. It's a 6.5-inch string. So not as many beads, but they are very chunky and they actually feel pretty substantial, almost ceramic in nature. All these beads that you get in the curated box are typically glass. They're never plastic that I've gotten anyway, but these actually are in pretty good shape. An interesting combination of colors and sets us up with the color scheme that we're going with this month. Next up is another very vibrant strand. These are the purple Crackle Glass beads. It's an 8-inch string of 10mm round beads. Once again, pretty chunky. And you can see that kind of galaxy effect that these have with the crackle inside. Adds a lot of interesting texture and almost a look of sparkle to the inside of the translucent glass. And then next we get to a strand of 8mm size beads. These are the purple blue duo style in a 10.5-inch string. And it's got a lot of texture inside as well, even though the outside is smooth and glossy. You have kind of a navy grayish blue combined with this pinky purple magenta tone. Lots of different swirling colors, all a little bit different, and give us almost a dyed gemstone type of effect. Next up, we have a strand of what they're calling the 8mm white team and school glass beads. These, of course, are the opaque glass style beads that they send, so nothing is special or fancy about these at all. You will see that these are not painted, so you don't have to worry about anything flaking or chipping off, and they're drilled rather cleanly. You also get a lot of these white beads, which will go with almost anything. So it's kind of nice to have a strand of those hanging around, especially one that is so long with beads in the 8mm size. Next up, we have these Petrol blue rustic glass pearl beads. That's a stunning shade of blue, kind of a steel blue. And we've got that texture to it, kind of a metallic, slightly foiled, like it says rustic, so they're a little bit lumpy and bumpy, which make these a little bit more interesting than a solid opaque round. And this strand adding a little bit of blue into our mix of yellows and purples. We had gotten some of these in the previous month. I used a lot of beads they sent actually last month to make a really cute memory wire bracelet. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out if you're curious as to something you can do with the contents that you typically receive in these curated bead boxes. And then next we have a strand of 8mm yellow agate style glass beads. It's a 10.5-inch string, very sunny and bright yellow color. And they call these the agate style because you can see they have that material inside, which give the beads a look like they have veins like agate gemstone beads. Plus they're a little bit translucent and kind of milky, so they let some of the light through, just like you typically see in agate gemstone beads. But of course they're just glass, and that is reflected in the price of that subscription. So if you are somebody who is looking for very, very high quality check glass, primarily gemstone beads, Japanese sea beads, things like that, that's not really what this box is about. This one is geared more towards getting a little bit more bang for your buck. Maybe you're starting out and you are looking for basic stringing items that are curated around a specific color theme and sent to your door. All right, the next strand, it's called Amethyst style glass beads. They are 6mm in diameter, and man, that's a beautiful shade of lavender, isn't it? Kind of a milky look. And again, not just a plain glass bead. They have a little something going on inside texture-wise to give these more of the look of a gemstone bead or an amethyst bead, which give these a little bit more of a quality look unless you're looking up close, and then you can tell and feel that perhaps they're not actually gemstones. And then next we have these violet jade style glass beads. This is a 10.5-inch string, very, very vibrant color. Oh my goodness. These are just popping off of my hand. And they're jade style, so again, you can kind of see through them just a little bit. They're more of a milky glass, and then they're not exactly 100% symmetrical. So they're all round, but they give you that look of just a slight irregularity that the jade type beads might have, which makes these, again, look like a pretty decent imitation for dyed gemstone beads. Next up, we have a strand of 6mm soft purple faceted rounds. This is a 12-inch string and definitely more of a bluish purple. You can see the soft facets around them. Just another textural element to go along with our rounds, and definitely more of a dusky grayish tone, which will be good for toning down some of the other brighter colors. And then finally for our strands, I really like this one. This is a 6 to 8mm yellow jade gemstone chips, 10.5 inches. On this string, you can see the pale yellow for the most part, also a little bit of white, and all the chips just a little bit different. Last month we got some green jadeite chips, and again I used those in the memory wire style bracelet, and I really liked them. It was nice to get some gemstone chips, and so I'm excited to see some of the yellow jade popping up this month. Very pretty bead mat. I like these colors together. It's kind of unexpected for me. Colors I wouldn't ordinarily put together, but it definitely does feel kind of like a party down there. All right, then next up we have a bag containing some seed beads. These are size 6.0 blue luster glass seed beads. There's an ounce inside this bag, so quite a few. And we have that iris style finish, which brings out a lot of different colors, including the purple, blue, green, gold, lots of different things that we see down below. So those will definitely come in handy. And of course, like I say, these are not your precision cut check glass seed beads. You can see the irregularities in there, but that's fine if that's what you're expecting, and there's nothing wrong with using these in the right project. And then we have another mix. This is called the Purple Palace Glass Bead Mix, approximately 1.5 to 2 ounces inside of this. We usually get a mix or two in our curated bead boxes with a whole variety of different things. Like you see here, we have a couple of Lampwork beads. Nice that there's 2 matching ones. Then some larger faceted rounds in different shades of purple, from the milky lavender color to more of the amethyst and so forth. So you can get an idea of all the different sizes that I have in my hand, which is kind of nice to get because then you can separate these out and use them in different projects instead of having long strands of just one particular type. And then finally listed for the contents besides our findings pack, we have 2 of these 24 by 32 millimeter silver clock metal pendants. Very cute. So I guess that goes along with our time to jive theme. Our clock's sitting here at the 9 o'clock hour, must be party time. And there is a look at the backs. It's just something fun extra to use along with your beads. Sometimes you get some findings or metal spacers, different accent beads to use along with the glass. And then lastly, to wrap it up, we have our finding starter kit. Everything is inside of this bag and all coordinating in the silver tone of metal this time around. As usual, we have our stringing materials in the form of some memory wire, some bead stringing wire, and some stretch cord. Some basic earring elements in the form of some head pins and some silver tone fish hook ear wires. And a bag of jump rings and lobster clasps, and also a little bag of crimp beads. So lots of stuff to get you started and able to create some pieces just from the contents of the box alone. You really don't need to have a stash built up, and that's why I say it's great for beginners, if you know somebody who wants to get into beading, or if you just want a fun little bead stringing surprise sent to you to pop up during the month to keep your hands busy. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed checking out this box. That's why I keep doing these, so you can see which boxes are right for you in your beading style and your budget. As a reminder, you can use the coupon code OOJ35% to save 35% off your first box if you'd like to try them out, and get your first box for just $13 shipped. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give it a big thumbs up, because I'd really appreciate that. And I'd really appreciate having you subscribe if you'd like to know when I am up to more beading fun and videos. Definitely hit that button if you haven't already, and check out the social media links I have listed down below, because I'd love to have you following along with me there also. Until next time, I hope you guys are doing your best to stay healthy, safe, and creative. And as always, happy beading.